Students, welcome back to YouTube channel SchoolQuizz.com. As you know, my name is Danish Agarwal. As we have started our chapter number 2, Is Matter Around Us Pure? We have covered all the topics of chapter number 2, that is Matter Around Us Pure? Now we will start our NCERT questions. First of all, we will deal with back questions of chapter number 2, Is Matter Around Us Pure? And after completing that, we will start our videos on blue questions also of chapter number 2. So today we will discuss first and second question of NCERT. Okay, so let's start. That is chapter number 2. Is matter around us pure? Is matter around us pure? Chapter number 2. That is matter around us pure? Is matter around us pure? So today we will discuss its NCERT questions. NCERT question answer 1, 2. NCERT question number 1 and 2. So first of all, we will start with question number 1. That is first one is which separation techniques will you apply for the separation of the following? So first question is which separation techniques will you apply which separation techniques will you apply for the separation of the following? For the separation of the following. Very easy question, guys. As we have already discussed all separation techniques one by one. So if you till now haven't watched my previous videos, first of all go and watch those videos. Then you can able to understand which technique will be used for separation of that substances. Okay. So let's start. First one is sodium chloride from its solution in water. First one is sodium chloride from its solution in water. First one is we have to separate sodium chloride from its solution in water. So how can we separate this? We can separate it with the help of our technique, that is evaporation. So its answer is evaporation. What happens in evaporation? All the water gets evaporated and the salt remains at the bottom. All the water gets evaporated and the salt remains at the bottom. With the help of that technique, we can separate our salt from the water solution. Now next one is ammonium chloride from a mixture of ammonium chloride. What is the formula of ammonium chloride? That is NH4Cl. Ammonium chloride from a mixture containing ammonium chloride and sodium chloride. From a mixture containing ammonium chloride and sodium chloride. So how can we separate that? We can separate it with the help of sublimation. We can separate it with the help of, we have discussed, that is ammonium chloride from a mixture containing ammonium chloride and sodium chloride. How can we separate it? We can separate it with the help of technique, that is our sublimation. So when will we heat ammonium chloride as a volatile component? We have already discussed the sublimation technique. As a volatile component, it gets converted into vapor form. And sticks at the sides of the funnel. and we can separate it than that. Third one is, third technique is, third solution is, third one is small pieces of metals in the engine oil of a car. Small pieces of a metal, small pieces of a metal, small pieces of a metal in the engine oil of a car. In the engine oil of a car. So how can we separate that? We can separate it with the help of technique, that is filtration. Very simple question, filtration. When we filter it, all oil gets separated and the particles and the metal particles remain at the filtered paper. Fourth one is different pigments from an extract of flower plants. Different pigments from an extract of flower petals. So how can we separate that? We can separate with the help of technique, that is chromatography. We can separate it with the help of chromatography. As we have already discussed in chromatography, that we will place a paper in the solution and we will place ink. We will place it here and all the solution gets separated according to their solubilities. Fifth one is butter from curd. So how can we separate butter from curd? With the help of our technique, that is centrifugation. As we have already discussed in centrifugation, that when we spun anything rapidly, they get separated on the basis of their density. Next one is, after butter from curd, sixth one is oil from water. So we can separate it with the help of separating funnel. As we know, separating funnel, as oil and water both are immiscible liquids, they get separate layers and they can separate with the help of our technique, that is separating funnel. We have already discussed every single technique. Seventh one is tea leaves from tea. It's very simple, that is filtration. Eighth one is iron pins from sand. Iron pins from sand. So we will separate it with the help of magnetic separation. Magnet field can attract iron, and with the help of that we can separate iron pins from sand. So its answer is magnetic separation. Next one, ninth one is fine mud particles suspended in water. Fine mud particles suspended in water. So we can separate it with the help of our process, that is filtration. filtration, or we can write it as decantation and filtration. Decantation and filtration. So this is all about our question number 1. Now we will move to our question number 2. Question number 2. Question number 2 is, write the steps you would use for making tea. Very normal question. Okay, very general question. Write the steps you would use for making tea. Write the steps you would use for making tea. As all of us, most of us know how to make tea, so just we have to write that steps. And further it says, use the words solution, solvent, solute. Use the words solute, solvent, solution. Use the word solute, solvent, solution, dissolve, soluble, dissolve, soluble, insoluble, insoluble, filtrate, and residue, So it's very common thing. Like, first of all, we will take some water, we will add tea powder in that, and then we will add milk, and then we add sugar, etc. So we have to write that. First of all, method for preparation of tea. First of all, take some water in a pan and heat it. First of all, take some water in a pan and heat it. Take some water in a pan and heat it. So water will act as a solvent. Second one is, what will we add? Add some sugar and boil it. Add some sugar. Sugar will act as a solute. Add some sugar and boil it. And boil it to dissolve completely. The obtained homogeneous mixture, because they have a single phase, and obtained homogeneous mixture called solution. What is solution? Solute plus solvent is solution. Third one is, add tea leaves in the solution and boil the mixture. Add tea leaves in the mixture and boil the solution. Add tea leaves in the solution and boil the mixture. Next, fourth point is, now add milk and boil again. Fifth one is, filter the mixture through the tea strainer. At last, what will we do? When we put in the cup, we will filter it out. So filter the mixture through the tea strainer. Filter the mixture through the tea strainer. Filter the mixture through the tea strainer and collect the filtrate or soluble substances, that is tea in a cup. That is filtrate is what? That is tea in a cup. Tea in a cup. The insoluble tea leaves left behind. The insoluble tea leaves. The insoluble tea leaves left behind. The insoluble tea leaves left behind as residue in the strainer. As residue in the strain. As residue in the strainer. It's very simple question, like just we have to write the recipe of tea, how we will make tea, and everyone knows how to make tea. Like what will be the filtered part? Filtered part is what? That is our tea. Like what was our solvent which has large amount, that is our water. What was our solute? That is sugar. So this is very simple questions, both one and two questions. If you know about every technique, if you have studied about every technique, you can solve first question very easily, and second question is just all about our daily activity, like how to prepare tea. How to prepare tea. So in our next video, we will move to our further questions. So this is all about our today's topic, that is 1 and 2 NCERT questions. So if you have any doubts, please comment in our comment box section, students. Then we can able to make video on that and get resolve your doubts. So this is all about today's topic. So thank you very much, students. Thank you very much.